You know, I was not exactly Wolverine, but just by not changing and being consistent, watching the entire world fall off this effeminate cliff of soy and just ballless shit, I now appear to be this like crazy mess because I'm married with kids and I don't sit around in my mom's basement whacking off and eating soy. I'm now seen as this like this outlaw. It's if it wasn't so tragic, it would be hilarious. All right, so Smelly Underwear Bear made this. This is awesome. By the way, hugepianist.com. That's where you can get my specials. I'm never going to be on Netflix. I've had 2 Comedy Central specials until they said that saying that men and women are different is a hate crime. Do you know that saying illegal immigrants is now considered hate speech and you can get kicked off Facebook for that? And these people just take it. They just take it. They go, oh, so we can't say that now? We're going to get in trouble? Do you guys want to become Canada? Do you want to become Sweden? The way to do it is to give up your rights. See, the devil is he does mimicries. He mocks. He's a mimic. With illusions and mimicry and holograms, the devil makes you give up your own shit through mind control. The devil has no real power in this world, you know, and it's pretty crazy. I do have proof, however, that human cloning is real. People have been asking me a lot to cover human cloning, and I have absolute proof. Joe Rogan has a clone, and when you look at these pictures side by side, you absolutely know that there is no doubt that there are scientists right now cloning human beings. Hopefully that also reminds you to hit the like button, which is basically a thumbs up, and share this. Tweet it, Facebook it. Don't be a pussy. Let's grow, baby. Let's grow. Let's do it. Just ban more people. You know, it's like pruning a tree. You know, you ban, you ban, you ban. Now we're down to 3,100 people. And then we grow again. And then I ban. And then we grow again. You know, it's like a bonsai tree, except we're not slopey Japs. I will not be cornered into not saying Japs. It's an abbrev. It's an abbreviation. And if you haven't read about what the Japs did in World War II, you won't be too worried about political correct speech when you understand that there were units of the emperor's fleet who used to make little sons have sex with their own mothers before they would put bayonets through the back of their skulls. Yeah, check out what they did in China. Those tricky Japs. Nips, you know why they're called nips? This is the funniest part about someone being offended by Jap. They're not even called Japanese. They're like Nippon, 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 Nippon. We just figured out that, yeah, Unit 731. Check out Unit 731. See what these Japs were really up to. Do you realize Japan itself isn't even a word? Like, we're so incestual as a culture now, and we're cannibalizing ourselves, eating ourselves apart. And someone like me says, tricky little Jap. And someone would say, that's offensive. That's very racist. The word Japanese doesn't exist. Yeah, Nippon. How do you pronounce it? Napalm. No, not napalm. Nippon. Nippon, right? Nippon. And so we went over there back in the 1800s and we're like, so what do you guys call yourself? And they're like, Nippon. And we're like, Japan? Peace. And we never corrected it. We're just like, fuck it. And so now we abbreviate our own stupid word that didn't even exist, and we're flagellating ourselves over it. We're just so upset when it's really nip. Jap is really nip. That's why if it wasn't for the Pink Floyd song, if it wasn't for the Nips being so good at building ships, the yards would still be open on the Clyde. And that's part of Scotland. That's where they used to make giant ships. And it can't be much fun for them beneath the rising sun with all their kids committing suicide. What have we done? Maggie, what have we done? Final cut. Coming in hot today. I talked to Alex Jones today for like an hour and a half on his show. You can check out my chat with him on Owen Benjamin Clips channel, run by Base Texan, great dude. We had an awesome chat. You know, I was supposed to do like 20 minutes, but Alex just kept being like, Owen Benjamin, staying for another break. Can you stay for another break? Another break? One more break. And I just kept staying all day, and it was a blast. And he was talking about how Joe Rogan might be like in some CIA sex cult or something. And that's way above my pay grade. I have no idea if he is at all. Like that's way out of my league of information. I just can prove he's 5'5". And I've been saying that Joe Rogan's 5'5" for a long time, and people think I'm full of shit. They're like, no, he's 5'10", bro. Have you ever seen him kick? Have you ever seen him kick a bag? You ever seen him kick a bag that he pays someone to hold? I mean, come on. No, he's 5'5". He's 5'5", and I can prove it. This is Holly something. Okay, what's this chick's name? Holly Holm? Holly Holm, right? So this is Holly Holm. Holly Holm is 5'8", and she's currently not wearing shoes, and Joe is wearing shoes with notoriously thick soles. So look at this picture. Holly Holm is 5'8", and she's barefoot. Joe Rogan is 5'5" on a good day. He is the shortest man in entertainment. He's so short that if he went into Chuck E. Cheese, they'd be like, the cheese is too big for you. He'd be like, no, I just want to play in the cheese. And they'd be like, the cheese, Joe, is too big for your little body. You know, we have to have all these 5-year-olds playing around. You know, it's perfect size for the 5-year-olds. And, you know, the Keebler elves don't let him in the tree. They're like, listen, we can't let Joe Rogan in the tree because he's too small to make cookies. If Joe Rogan went to the Smurf village, Gargamel wouldn't be able to see him and scare him. You know, Gargamel would be like, hey, the Smurfs. And all the Smurfs would be like, quick, Smurf away, Smurf away. And Joe could just stand there. And Gargamel would be like, I don't see anybody. Joe Rogan could work for the circus only as a human cannonball. You know, they could put him in a cannon and shoot him like urine from a cock. And he would fly through the air. And, you know, that could be a good gig for him. He tried to be a horse jockey, but the horse didn't know anyone was on its back. And so the horse, they go, you know? And they, the horse would just stand there, and they're like, when's one of the little guys gonna get on me? And Joe would be like, dude, bro, I'm right here. And the horse would be like, oh, got it, it's a detached human thumb. Yeah, Joe Rogan is the smallest man in the world, and that's coming from a guy who's almost 6'8". So I know small when I see it. Small, because the thing is I don't care about small guys. There's 5'5" guys that are bears that are legends because they don't feel small. They don't act small. Joe is the type of guy that run out of like Chuck E. Cheese, right? As they said, oh, the cheese is way too big for you, Joe. And he'd just start kicking everyone in the shins and squeaking. He'd be like, squeak, 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 and just kick people in the shins and run around. That chick is 5'8", and she's not wearing any shoes. Think about that. That's a woman. That is a woman. That's a barefoot woman, and that's a man wearing thick shoes. That's a disgrace. And we all know it. We all know it. And so he cloned himself, and now he has a clone, and the clone runs around, you know, doing his gigs and interviewing people. I swear that the man on the right was the one who interviewed me every time I was on the Joe Rogan Experience, which is basically a modern day Timothy Leary thing to push drugs on the youth. Kids, don't do DMT. Not smart. Can really fuck up your brain. Yeah, so every time I was interviewed by the guy on the right, not the guy on the left. The guy on the left, I've never met that guy. It was the guy on the right that kept saying, run your tweets past me. Run your tweets past me. They don't represent yourself properly. You can't speak your mind. Don't speak your mind, Owen. Don't speak your mind and be proven right over and over and over again. don't be 6 months ahead of schedule on everything, because that's what innovative, creative people are supposed to actually do, because you're a genius at pattern recognition. No, run it past me! Run it past me! Fucking pussy. And now we have this. Traditional masculinity deemed harmful could lead to sexual harassment, medical group says. Well, why isn't anyone kicking Joe Rogan off Twitter? Or Joe Rogan off YouTube? Or Joe Rogan off Apple? He's so masculine, he runs around just kicking everything he sees. You know, just going, I'm a fucking ninja! And him and his buddies are just like, yeah, we're so masculine. Let's take penis pills and fuck these fake vaginas and sell them. But no one gives him any shit. Why? Because he is doing the role of the state.